Hey everybody, Grandpa Cotton, how y'all doing today? Man, I'm feeling under the weather today. Excuse me. I just don't feel good. I ain't got the old coronavirus, I just don't feel good. Anyhow, me and my wife decided we was going to take the pontoon boat out this past weekend, and I hadn't took it out but once or twice since I had my heart attack 4 years ago, and I knew I had new bearings in it before I had the heart attack, so I figured everything would be all right. I checked everything was good, and so we took off down to the Presley's Lake down there. We was going to Presley's, but we wound up going to the shingle mill. But anyhow, I want to talk to you guys about something out there that can save you a lot of money. We got going in that big old pontoon boat, pulling it down the road, and we turned on the old Pascagoula and got down there and hit a bump. I heard something go, "Arr!" And every time I hit a bump, it go, "Arr!" Sound like somebody squealing the wheel. So I got on up the road up there and pulled off the side of the road up there at Dawes and old Pascagoula. Got underneath there and looked at it, and I noticed it had a broke spring. Well, sometimes the springs will break. You'll have one spring holding on when the boat bounces. The fenders hit the tires and sound like he's slamming on brakes. Well, anyhow, I got underneath there and looked at that, and that's what it was. A broke spring. But I still had one spring holding the axle in place. So I always carry, and I hope everybody does, especially people that pulls trailers and all, I always carry a few cut 2x4s and one old 4x4 in there, cut down about 8-10 inches long, and some bungee cords, and I carry 3 or 4 straps in the truck, ratchet straps, just in case something happens. I mean, I've had to repair campers on the fly like this on the road on trips. I'm fixing to tell you how you can do it. Save you a lot of money, keep from having to call a wrecker. Well, then I got underneath there and I looked and I noticed I had one of the 3 springs still left intact, which was holding the axle straight. Now, if the axle if the springs break in two and your axle shifts back, don't panic. Just pull off to the side of the road. You can take and jack it up a little bit. Ratchet strap your axle back into place. Jack your trailer up, put your board on there, set it back down and tie all that together with your ratchet strap. You come on home with it like that. You don't have to call a wrecker. But old pontoon boat, she's heavy. And while I was checking on the pontoon boat, I had a young fella and his beautiful woman that was sitting up in his truck with him stopped there, and his last name was Clark. I ain't gonna say his first name on here because he might not want his name out there, but Mr. Clark and his beautiful woman there stopped pulling his gorgeous bass boat and said, "Hey, Grandpa Cotton, you need a hand?" He said, I follow you on Facebook. That made me feel good. Somebody stopped to help me. Just somebody stopping to help me, period. I want to thank you there, Mr. Clark, for your generosity and your courteousness for stopping and asking me do I need any help. But let me tell y'all, I'm going to take y'all out and show you this thing. Show you what I'm talking about, how you can do this stuff. It's easy to do if you keep a few things in your truck, like a couple of ratchet straps, some bungee cords, some good rope, some cut 2x4s, some cut 4x4s, and a little old tote in your truck with your jackknife. Because I'm going to tell you what, you never know when you're going to break down. And you're going to need some of that stuff. And us old folks, we always carry extra stuff with us just in case that happens. But here's the old girl right here. She's sitting up in here in the building. And we're going to crawl underneath here and I'm going to show you what I do. But remember, these tips from Grandpa Cotton is good tips. And if you remember them and take care of yourself before it happens to you, it can help you out. So stand by, let me get underneath this pontoon boat. Hey, I went to get underneath the boat and I realized you can't see under there. So I come up in here in the building. I'm gonna show y'all something. Most young people don't know about these. That's just a little old light socket. Got a plug on the back of it. Screw it into any light bulb, put it in your pump house, work on cars, whatever. You plug it into your cord and you got a light bulb. Now I just want to show you that real quick. Let's get on back to the pontoon boat. Alright, we're going to crawl up underneath this thing. These old pontoon boats right here, you can just crawl underneath them boogers. I'm going to have to do some work on this one. I didn't realize there was so much rust and Needing a paint job on this thing. Okay, we up under here where we got to be now. What I'm finna tell you can save you a lot of money, keep you from having to call a wrecker if you keep a few things on hand. Okay, I want y'all to look right here. Let's see, get you down here where you can see that. These pontoon boats got a spring hanger right there. As long as your spring's attached here, you can block it. And pontoon boats, boat trailers, utility trailers, any kind of trailer you pull, you can do the same thing. What you do is take and jack your trailer up by this spring hanger. You jack it up, you put a 2x4 up here on top of the boats right in here where the springs bolt to it. Then you set your trailer, you set it back down on that board with your jack and just tie it off. And believe you, that right there will get you back home. No matter where you at, it'll get you back home just like that right there. Now, if this spring right here is broke, this spring right here, if it's completely broke, well then your axle's gonna shift back. And you're gonna have to do a little bit more finagling. But you can take a strap, tie it around your axle, pull your axle forward where it goes, pick it up and set it back down on this and strap it down. See how I got that? And you can pull this thing for another 1,000 miles down the road. Same thing applies to camper trailers. Me and my wife was on the way to Georgia with our big camper, and had the same thing happen. I had one of the springs break on it, and I pulled over on the side of the interstate and checked it out and seen what it was doing. So I always got 4x4s and 2x2s and well, not 2x2s, 2x4s and stuff like that for jacking purposes. And I jacked that puppy up there on the side of the road, put a 4x4 under it, jacked it back down, tied her off, and took off. Because we knew there was a camper place up the road there a little ways in Alabama, so we pulled in that big old camper. They didn't have no spring, they didn't have nothing. Oh, they said they could work on it, but it'd be 2 or 3 days before they could get the parts. I'm like, really? What do you mean 2 or 3 days you can get the parts? Well, anyhow, I told my wife, I said, get in the truck. She said, what are we going to do? I said, we're going on to Georgia. And it broke down. I said, yeah, we're going to Georgia. It ain't going to go nowhere sitting on that block. Just like it got an axle on it, it's axle sitting on that block. So we got up there to Georgia up there, and I called my cousin. We went over there to Tractor Supply and cut the bolts out. Or went to Tractor Supply and come back, cut the bolts out, put a new set of springs on it from Tractor Supply and wished her well. But y'all don't panic if you get a broke spring or a broke axle on the side of the road, okay? This is the way you can fix it. You can block it with a board. Now you know how to do it. I'll show it to you one more time. Try to pass all these old tips on to y'all before I'm gone. Just take a 2x4, wedge it in top of your bolts up there and drop her back down, tie it off. Hey, you can carry on. Well, that's the tip of the day from Grandpa Cotton. We hope y'all learned something. Hope this might help somebody to get broke down on the road pulling the boats or the trailers or the 4-wheelers or something like that. Always keep you some spare boards in the back of your truck and some spare straps. You never know when you're going to need them. Till the next time, Grandpa Cotton says take a kid fishing, take a kid hunting, get out and do something with them. That's Grandpa Cotton's what he says. So anyhow, Grandpa Cotton gone.